Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Throwing on first down. Love. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
61, matchbox, right. Switch it, come on, switch it. Watch out. Squeeze, get it, set, go.
And to give this time to the tailback. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. From the gun, Love. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 42.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Back. 80 weapon. Run.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Second and 13. They'll let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Hey, lock it.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Under 10, look at me. Score. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Bang, 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 bang. Get it.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Go, go. Mike 55, Mike 55. Fight.
Operating from the gun. Steele. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Ready, ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Steele into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 70 in. Ready, go.
On 1st down, Love. He's going to find Cobbs here. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
Complete to number 83. It's a gain of 10. And the Saints.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Saints 14, Vikings nothing. Matthew McCrane set to kick off.
Following the... yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10.
Rocket.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 55.
2nd and 9 now. Dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. Throwing on 3rd and long. Steele airing it out deep for Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
On 1st and 10, Love going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Ertz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 78 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A good start to the drive here. That's caught out on the left side. And he'll be out right at the 35. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Nice 7, let's go.
Looking to throw. Love. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Alpha.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 57 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch the edge.
He's moving, boys, moving.
And again this time to the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Tight end's right.
On 3rd down, Love. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 10 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shit.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
To throw on 2nd down. Steele. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. First down, here's the run with Cook. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Throwing on 1st down. Steele. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw. Steele. Throw left side complete. It's Romero. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
60 Pittsburgh.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. Does the big boy have the juice? 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and the rumbling, you can feel it all the way to the upper reaches of the stands.
Following the fumble recovery, Love. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there at 22. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Down. 70. Indy. What we got? Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down. Steele. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Romero. It's a pickup of 6. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Give to Cook out of the gun. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They're running it.
Looking to throw on second down. Steal. And this is Cook with a grab. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
55 is mine, guy. 55.
Man, I got you.
Get it.
From the gun on third down. Steele got his man complete over the middle. It's Romero. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Undercrunch. Hey, Sam off. Fire.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Setting up the screen for Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
To throw on third down. Steele. And that's caught by Smith.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
Check 13.
Check 24.
He's coming. Hey, exit. We got double up.
Check 26.
Mike 55.
From the gun, Steele, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Here we go, D. Here I come. 58, boys. 58. Ready, go.
Looking to throw. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, 58 is the money. Well, 58 is the money. They're going to need some therapy after this. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. Forced out to his left. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, but it'll be second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's go, you tighten up. Delta. Ready, go.
Throwing again. Love. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Hey, pick your game up. Jack,
Back to throw. Love. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on third and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
And the Saints first down.
Here we go.
On first down, Love. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
Set. 90. Wolf.
Get the ball.
Chopper. 100.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, McCrane set to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make it.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. 78 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and you go, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". He don't know no better. Dog. We did. Ready.
To throw again. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 26.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, D. Hey, Zoo. 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Deep grip.
On 1st and 10. Steele. This is caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
55, X3, 218, chopper. Slam. Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, Steele. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Operating from the gun, Steele. Going right side here, and that's complete. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, Cook. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Check 55, Mike. let's get this.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Get it.
To throw on second down. Steele. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Throwing on first down. Steele going down the middle, and it's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That's fielded in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that.
He's not going to get me.
52.
Ready, go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for New Orleans, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they dropped